very much. Thank you so much. Now on to the next session. Can I get some of us to move forward so we fill out the front rows? Because now we're going to have an interactive session which requires closer participation. Just physical proximity here. That would really help. So all the open chairs up front, can we try to just fill them up, please? Nothing crazy is going to happen, I promise. But you'll have a much better view, much better participation. I think you'll enjoy the session a lot more. So please come forward. Make sure the first 2-3 rows, we don't have any open seats in there. All right, so we are about to begin our session here. It's called Citizen Participation in Smart Governance. It's going to be run by Manivannan, IAS, Managing Director, Karnataka Urban Water Supply and Drainage Board. Manivannan took charge in October 2010 as Managing Director of BESCOM, Bangalore's power supply provider. He has, right now, he has been with the Karnataka State Highways Improvement Project, which is essentially externally aided project funded by World Bank and Asian Development Bank. And he's going to be managing this session here today.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. We are not going to have any lecture or speech. We will have a small enactment here to understand or immerse ourselves in how the citizens can make a government smart. So I would like to welcome the Chief Minister now. Mr. Pandit, please come. Come, yeah. Kindly be seated there. After the introduction, I'll be turning into the role of the Minister for Water Supply to Bangalore City. The enactment will have two parts, part 1 and part 2. And during the enactment, we will be considering this part, the audience on the right side to me, as the public who represent the citizens of Bangalore. The left side will be just audience, just keep watching the tamasha. And the right side people, you'll be going a little poorer than what are you now, because during the enactment, we'll be asking you to pay some money to us. And that money will not be returned to you back. Okay. The money will be bundled and sent to the Bangalore Water Supply Board, right, as a contribution from the seminar, right? Okay. Now maybe require one more mic possible, otherwise we have to share with the CM. Yeah. The part 1 now starts actually. So I am the Minister in charge for water supply. So I have a discussion with CM. Sir, we have a problem. As I was telling you, so many years, even the previous government, they never increased the tariff. Now it comes to almost 50 rupees per kiloliter, it's coming, sir. And currently, you know what, 20 rupees are collecting actually. My MD is coming and saying that at this level, already some 5,000 crores loan we have taken. No more loan is possible and it will be a big problem. So you have to allow me to increase the amount to 50 rupees.
Yeah, we have to increase, but be careful because very shortly we are going to get this election, corporate election is there. For me, public support is important more than water supply charges. You have to be careful while increasing, please.
Sir, you are the finance minister. If you are going to give money, I have no problem. I will even run it 10 rupees also, sir, actually. But how can 5,000 crores is there? I have to increase. 50 rupees is the current, I don't make any profit in that. I have all the calculation ready, sir. They made presentation to me. Otherwise, I am also a politician. Why will I come for raise actually?
Then let us do one thing.
Sir, tell me, what should we do?
We'll raise it to say some 150. And when public start agitating, we'll reduce it. Something of that kind.
Okay, okay. I understand your point. Okay,
because that is necessary.
Okay, okay. Right.
And we have to look after the government also as well as the public apathy also.
Yes, sir.
When they raise their voice, let us reduce it.
Right. So I get your point. So what I'll do is, instead of 150, I'll make it 100. I'll make it 100 because I require only 50 actually. I'll say it 100. So these press and all will write and do all those things. We'll wait for 2-3 weeks, sir. Then I will not say anything, sir. You intervene and you can bring it down to 50. I'll accept it, sir. Like
yeah, we have to be very careful regarding water.
Okay.
Because this is the very essential commodity.
I understand, sir, but
let us go very, very smoothly.
I know, sir.
We need money as well as public support.
Yeah, I understand that.
And nowadays, we have been seeing a lot of opposition is going on everywhere. And we have to be very careful regarding
sir,
water.
I have to get elected again, sir. I will take care of it.
Okay.
Your secretary only told me there's no money to give, sir. Otherwise, I won't trouble
Go
you,
ahead,
sir.
go ahead.
I will announce
Okay,
it, sir.
go ahead,
Thank
go
you, sir.
ahead,
Thank
go
you,
ahead.
sir. Thank you. The media, we have a press meet here. We invite the media to come here. Please come. Yeah. Tamangala Guttiruvaga, we have a problem with the water supply. We want to invest more money. Our only aim is to serve the public, but it costs some money. So you all know that last 10 years there is no rise in the water supply tariff. So we want to raise it now, and from next month onwards, the bill will be instead of 20 rupees, will be raised to 100 rupees per kiloliter. Because you have never raised it for last 10 years. If you calculate every year 10% raise, it will come to 10 times more. We should actually be collecting 200 rupees actually. So we are collecting 100 rupees now. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. You can bring it here because these are the people. Yeah, they can once they write it, read it out. You can take interview from somebody and write it out. You are free to do whatever you want. By the way, there is no, these people who are participating, they haven't briefed only 2 minutes back. There's absolutely no, what do you call it, background this thing in that. So they are free to do whatever.
It's not managed media.
It's not managed. Just now I told him you are a media guy outside.
Manivannan, I'm wondering what happens after the seminar.
Let the media write and let's see what happens. Okay, now after the media writes, I will be coming to collect money from you. So that's what I told you earlier actually. So please give the tariff actually. Media, once you are through, then I'll go and start collecting money. I want people to read, public opinion. They will, they write against me, so I will not read it. I'll ask them to read. Somebody who has a good voice can kindly read this.
Smart voice.
Yeah.
Smart voice.
Can you please read this? Yeah, please read vocally.
Arbitrary increase in water tariff. That's one heading. So increase of water tariff insensitive to the public needs.
And there's a leader for the opposition. He'll also talk to you now. And there's a leader who is neutral. 2 leaders are there. They also talk to you now. Actually, please give the mic to them. Let them express their opinion. Yeah. Yeah. He's the leader of the connectivity.
Hello, I am Mr. B.N. Venkatesh, Executive Engineer. Sir, Honorable CM Sir.
You can talk to the public, no problem. CM will not answer questions.
Yeah, no, I like to speak with the CM only. I don't want to speak with an officers because officers are, they pose their own proposals. So this is a rate, what they have proposed is erratic rates. So even if the they could have raised, the rates are coming down. Now the diesel consumers, everything is coming down in the market. And the people already, taxes have been raised recently, land taxes, road taxes, everything, a burden has come on the publics. So now they cannot able to take it, they are not ready to accept it. Unnecessarily you are burdening the people. Please kindly, their proposal already given, their plan is to give always double the things, then they will reduce it. Actually they do that plan only. Please don't do it. Please increase by 5% or 10%. It comes to 30 rupees. It should not be more than 30 rupees, please, at any cost.
You have always seen that vegetable prices have gone up like anything. Some 6 months back, they used to say that diesel was cheaper than tomato. You have seen that. Vegetables prices have gone up. Everything has gone up. This essential commodity like water, You are so much against water.
Don't give importance to him. Talk to the public.
In fact, even the public are ready. In fact, other than drinking, they are using water for other purpose also. 50% goes to washing car, washing houses, washing, etc. And they are ready to give, in fact, more than this. In fact, 200 also they are ready to give.
Sir, I think people probably will be willing to pay, but I think the burden of this amount of thing for poor people will be very high, sir. So I think what probably we can do is make sure that maybe the higher people pay more, or people who have upper income groups who consume a lot of water in gardening and water, car washing and all that. Probably they can pay more, but let's make sure that the poor people are not affected, because that they are very. Yeah, so we can actually probably have Sec A, Sec B, Sec C. So I think that should be the way we should go forward.
No, we cannot have separate lines for poor and rich there. Water line will be same. It goes to everybody there, and there is no segregation between poor and rich water there, and everybody will consume the same. So tariff will be same, and in fact the rich are ready to give 250 also now. In fact, see, some have already removed their thing. The purse is ready, and in fact they are ready to share more for the betterment of country.
Now the entire infrastructure of water supply board has to be reviewed and it has to be restructured. So for that, some amount of capital investment is required. However, this rise is supposed to be proposed by the government is highly unreasonable. It can be done stage-wise.
Okay.
Price is reduced to 1 rupee, water should be reduced to
So your audience, you should start that. I don't want anybody to open the mouth this side. Please, just keep quiet. These are the audience, you can talk actually. Now I'm coming with the thing. Please give me some money actually. And not returnable. Let's see how much you're able to pay, how much they collect.
We want more.
Oh, you are ready to pay 150 rupees. How much you want to give? See, the tariff increase 100 rupees. How much you want to give? 100 rupees you will pay? Oh, good. Very good. Okay, right. Others? Nobody, anybody is willing to pay some more money? Not returnable, I'm telling you. How much you think you can pay reasonably?
I know 1,000. Yes. I have 500.
Oh, you can pay for all the people. So anybody want to pay for this actual raise?
Lot of protest, sir.
Huh? Not a protest, sir. I'll collect some money.
No, they are ready.
No, people who feel that, yeah, so almost 100. Thank you very much. So for 1 person or 2 person you are paying? 1 person. 1 person only. Good. So 100 rupees you can't do that. Very good. Only 2 people are given, but let us see. Anybody else who want to pay for the increase in the tariff? Only 2.
If there is web portal, we will pay.
Only 2. No, don't worry. I am more efficient. The coming guidance from you actually. Anybody else who want to pay little more amount?
Ask them to raise their hand.
Anyone wants to pay, please raise their hand. Only 2 people are waiting, sir. This is not good.
No, others are morally encourage them. In fact, they may not have brought the money, sir. And they are ready. In fact.
So now you have how many of them sitting this side? Maybe around 25. But 25, 2 are paid. Now let us change the pattern and see what's going to happen. Okay, now this part 2 of the enactment. Now I'm not going to talk to the CM now. So CM will go and sit there now. I'm going to talk to the citizens. Let's see how things go. Okay, now I am tweeting and I am also putting in the Facebook seeking citizens support and cooperation. So some of them can kindly volunteer. Yeah, please come. I have. Please kindly be seated. Come, kindly be seated. Yeah. Can somebody give a mic to them? Oh, you have. Okay, right. See. Okay. Now. These are the papers. Please have a look at this. Mr. Natarajan, Mr. Varun, and Deepa, kindly have these papers. See, you all know what's happening. In the government, we do not take any unpopular decisions, though they may be right. So, because of that, in the last 10 years, there have been absolutely no change in the tariff. Now, my MD has come and said that in order to sustain ourselves, we have to bring it to 50 rupees. So you tell me, because I know from 20 to 50 is more than 100%. People may not be taking it actually. So how do we solve this problem? How can we go about it? May I know your views?
Yeah, I think one of the first things I worry about money is, are we being efficient? I mean, I worry about a lot of leakage in water. People not, you're getting a lot of it, but a lot of it is going waste. That is probably one of the reasons why per capita cost is going up, is a view that a lot of us have. So one, I think all of us would like to understand, is there anything the organization can do better to make sure there's no leakages, so that the total cost will come down?
Yeah, we can do that. Currently the leakage is around 40%. Yes. So 40% of DFP actually goes waste. So in order to bring it, in international standards, only 5% the leakage allowed. So if you bring it even by 30%, we'll be able to save money. But the problem is, to avoid the leakage, you have to again invest money. So it's become a chicken and egg problem actually. I need money to invest, and I'm not allowed to do that. So if I get some money, then I can invest and I can reduce it. We can have a program chart where we can say that step by step we can increase the leakage.
And what is, I'm sorry, go ahead. Others.
My question is that my
You are rich.
rich, poor, and
Okay.
so my suggestion is that we can raise the amount in a stepwise like installment, like after 6 months, 10 months, 12 months.
Or just like consume more water, often pay more.
Like that.
So people who are washing car and all who are consuming more, the slab may be higher. You say.
Slab not there.
Okay. That's also a good idea actually.
I think it's about time that you start paying the true value for resources. The point that I am coming from, I was thinking, because everyone this day and time, we are more concerned about the return on investment, right? So what if instead of 50, we charge 60? And then there is a 5 rupee per person that is actually going back to the public in a different way, where we are investing in wetland restoration and those type of projects. And the other 5 rupees is actually going into skill development and maybe having people giving job for rain barrel construction and maybe rebuild, giving to poor people for rainwater conservation. So thereby the stormwater, runoff is also reduced. Thereby there is more recycling, more investment that could take place, and actually water retention in the, coming back to the pool. So we were, there was a point where we talk about car wash and other things, and it's 100% crime, as one of the, people I heard speak, that using the fresh water. So thereby, there's always a disconnect and distrust because there's a communication gap. What if we pitch in that way, even though, I am a citizen, I still, believe in the cause. So what about that?
I think it's a good idea. In fact, as you know, government has not much of credibility. And political compulsions. The minute we go and tell them we are going to increase the cost, the opposition leader is going to come with a big list, like you're talking, saying that this much leakage is and everything they'll say. So it will be good if we can have some innovation in that. And probably I will call the press also. You can also talk to the press. And you have all the documents. I given all the documents to you. We can. How much you think you will be able to? Can we say 60 rupees? Because from 20 to 60, is it okay? I feel the people may not be able to. So how do we do that actually?
I mean, that definitely seems high. Like people pointed out, that is a huge increase to go all at one time. So I think my request would be to do it in a more staggered manner. So maybe start with, I don't know how critical your financial situation is. Maybe can you meet halfway? Maybe go to 30 or 40 first, and then maybe another 6 months get closer to 50, and making it very clear to them in a transparent way, doing a proper audit of what is your total cost, how are you spending it, making sure people understand that this is the true cost of water, and so that they know it's over a period of time, this will slightly go up, and then it will become better because of all the other things.
So we will do auditing immediately now. We'll do auditing and then we'll go before the public. Okay, right, you get the auditing done. On the auditing, we have done the same thing, it will come to the same result. Probably if you are talking about increasing it, then it should be told now itself that every 6 months or 1 year, this is going to be the increase in the tariff. See, I have no problem as long as I'm able to get the 50 rupees. As he is saying, even if you take 60 over a period of time, whatever I lose in this time, I'll recover it in the, I'll make 10, 10, 10 sort of thing. So we'll stop at 60 or 70. I'm okay to that also. Then you will call the press, and how much we'll announce now starting May, we'll say 30, 40 like that will go. How much? 30. Okay, so 30, then 40 like that. Every 6 months we'll take 10, 10 rupees. Okay. So then immediately they have to pay only.
It can be 2 slabs.
Okay.
10, by the time your deficit is going to be too
Okay.
high for you to catch up.
Okay. So then 30, then we'll go to 50. Okay, then maybe because we need more, because we are losing the 20 rupees, we have to capture it back. So the third year we'll say 70 rupees, 60 rupees. Okay. Okay, okay, right. So then, yeah. Yeah, what I'll do is the money I get, I'll invest on the reducing the leakages, so that my requirement also will come down a little. That also I'll do it. Okay, then we'll be able to stop at 50 itself. I have no problem in that. But ultimately, I have to reach 50. I won't be able to come below that. Okay, so we'll call the press and you talk to them also. Press people kindly come, please. Both the press and the opposition leader and the neutral also can come actually. Yeah. Yeah. Now, Nat, please. I leave it to you.
Okay. Hello. So some of the cross-functional group, different stakeholders from the city came together to talk about the water problem. As you all know, it is a very critical problem, and the government is running out of budget to provide safe, clean drinking water for all the citizens. So we all have to come together to make something happen. Otherwise, we're going to run out of water. So what large groups of citizens have agreed to is to go for a slight increase in water tariff from 20 to 30. And according to the numbers shared by Manivannan and the team, there is a lot of auditing that's been done. The appropriate amount is close to 50 rupees. That is what it takes to bring water to Bangalore, given how far away the water is pumped and the altitude and all of that. So given the cost of living in Bangalore, it has to be closer to 50. So I suggest, what some of our groups suggested is to make it to 30 now, and every 6 months we'll keep increasing till we get to a 50 point. That is, seems like a reasonable solution.
Oh, the left side is there only outside.
I'm a citizen psychologist.
Would you like to play in full amount or in a slab? Just like the diesel price of the started the vehicles.
But is there recognition amongst you that 20 is unsustainable? We need to increase.
Disproportionate, yes. So if that has to take place simultaneously, it's a good point. Well taken. So would you like to give some money?
There is no way. It's whether we call it specifically for water or tax money being done.
Now we announce what you return.
Giving some money and supporting your government for the water.
Panel consults with different stakeholders.
Yeah. So it actually goes to all the departments.
Right. Now I'm going to come for the next second collection. Okay. Can I come for the collection now? Citizen friends, can I go ahead now? Okay, now. So people who are convinced about whatever my friend said, kindly pay me a little more actually. So the whatever you are given earlier, I'll deduct from that only because they paid more. It was only 50 or 100. Deduct from that. So anybody else who want to pay up more, I mean, who was not given the 100 rupees, you give up. That's fine. I'll take for 2 ways actually. Anybody else? Not convinced about what the man said. No change. Okay, if you don't have change, I'll give you a little. I have change here. I got to valid also. So tell me how much you want to give. 20 rupees, I'll give you change. 30 rupees. Very good. Okay. So I'll give me 30 rupees. How much change you want? I have it. Don't worry. Okay. Whoever wants to pay 30, please be ready with your money. Yourself, 30 rupees. How much I have to give you back? Yeah, so then wait. See, I got change ready actually. Right, thank you. Thank you. So, you want receipt? Definitely give it, say, don't worry. I'll put the names on the thing. So, Varun, once you get the thing, I want the names actually, note down the names. Write the thing and write to the MD or what's the report and send it. I'll tell him that in this experiment, this is the amount people are paid.
He'll want you to come to the seminar every week now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, thank you. All are paying 30 at least. Good. Thank you. So please, if who is giving 30 rupees, most welcome. 30, na? Angel banbidu nodi sir, ella banbidu illi. Yes, thank you. Now you have done a wonderful job.
They're paying for you now.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Very happy to serve the citizens now actually. So you already given. Oh yes, I'm guessing somebody else also paying. Thank you.
God generally never says thank you for paying.
Oh, then you are not seeing a print down. They'll say thank you. Thank you so much. Right. Okay. So now we come to the close of the experiment, right? So any questions you have, please ask. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This small note I have sent has been shared with them, and they will know about it. So they know the background. Okay. They're not right. I'll take this 2 minutes. See, this is the amount we collected. Audience. This is the amount we collected, and mind you, this was paid the second part, not the first part. It was easy for people to pay the first part immediately. They paid the second part. The reason was because they the friends came with a different idea. So tried to convince them. Transparency, as the matter rightly pointed out. So the credibility of the government is not in a good level. So people don't want to pay. They think that's going waste. So if you are able to bring credibility, you want to fill the gap, then it pays. And who can be the better person than the stakeholder themselves? So smart government may not be with the laptop, computer, and other things. A smart government is something which will be able to convince the people of what it wants to do. So it takes the people on the board and goes ahead with it. Thereby, I am able to sideline my dear friend Venkatesh with opposition leader actually. See, Venkatesh doesn't talk about because nobody wants to go against the public opinion. And even the press friends also, they have changed the way they have written actually. So the whole thing depends upon you, the public. So if you are being directly talked to, if you are being explained, then the whole thing changes it. So smart governance cannot happen unless there is citizen participation. Sitting in Delhi or Bangalore or whichever capital and trying to send use all social media, etc., will not actually work unless otherwise you get the involvement of the people. That is what we think is smart governance. Nataraj and your team, thank you very much for this, and thanks a lot for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Manivannan, for the skit and the participation. I think it really got people going. And this whole idea of at what amount are you willing to pay of money, even in friendly audience.
Yeah.
There's we all have a sense for what is 30 versus what is 100.
Legally earn money.
So that was a great social experiment demonstration. Thank you so much. And
thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. And thanks to the team. Thank you.
So now we break for tea. We come back here at sharp 4, please. There's 20 minutes. So there's tea out there. Thank you. So we have a few sessions here. They look extremely promising. First one right now, talk about Chennai, a smart city roadmap. And we're talking that with Dr. T.G. Vinay, IAS, Deputy Commissioner, Revenue and Finance, Corporation of Chennai. Mr. Vinay.
A warm good afternoon to everybody. First of all, I would like to thank the team members of Urban Futures for inviting me here. It's very often I keep hearing after coming to corporation regarding the smart cities. Many people, especially many organizations, keep approaching us regarding smart city. Even after Mr. Modi ji has announced regarding smart city, this is more in vogue now. But it's a long way actually to Indian cities to become smart cities. Maybe with respect to IT, we can move towards being a smart city. Whereas if we widen our scope towards other issues like roads, to solid waste management, to managing health, and other civic services like water supply, then it's a complex issue. So, like with respect to Chennai, we claim that we are better than any other corporation or any other municipal city with respect to IT, introduction of IT, use of IT, and other issues. I mean, not that we are not doing well in other aspects. Even solid waste management, roads. I mean, we are always better than any other city. Rather, Chennai or even TN is regarded as very good in administration. So, to continue with use of IT, especially various applications in all aspects of services where the corporation provides to a citizen, how, like when we started using IT, how we have moved towards improvising better provision of better services to citizens or administrative efficiency. A lot of initiatives have been taken. I'll be briefly telling you about various initiatives taken by Chennai City Corporation with respect to provision of services. My agenda is like this. Initially, few lines on Chennai, then e-governance initiatives taken by Chennai, and how it has helped Chennai Corporation. What would be our future course of action? Perhaps many don't know that. You should know, because British first kept their foot on George, that is Saint George, when they came to India to begin the trade. That was along the Saint George, where few villages were taken control of and formed Madras. So Madras Corporation is quite old. It's 400 years old, 36th metropolitan city. And corporation is not, Chennai is not only the Detroit. It's not quite visible there. Chennai Corporation is called the Detroit because you name the biggest, largest automobile company, it has its manufacturing base in Chennai. Apart from that, we also, Chennai is also known as the education capital, and now the second largest IT exporter. And recently there were articles that it figures in several reports that Chennai is most preferred, one of the most preferred for as a tourism place. And as I told you, Chennai is this oldest municipal institution in India, which was established in 1688. One of the directors of East India Company was responsible for Corporation of Chennai, and since then we have moved a long way. In year 2011, Chennai was expanded. Earlier it was just 194 square kilometers. Now it's 426 square kilometers, with 200 councillors headed by a directly elected mayor. Few facts about our Chennai Corporation and Chennai. We have an annual budget of around 4,000 crores, 2,000 crores in revenue receipts and 2,000 crores capital receipts. We maintain around 40,000 roads, of which we categorize around 371 as major bus route roads, where like it's the lot of traffic density would be there. We also have a stormwater drain length of 962 kilometers, 2 lakh street lights, and our property tax is around 550 crores from almost 11 lakh properties. We maintain lot of parks, community halls, shopping complex, and Chennai Corporation, Chennai City generates 5,200 metric ton of solid waste every day. So our lot of energy goes in maintaining the solid waste management. We have around 1,000 conservancy vehicles and 23,000 staff. Out of this 23,000 staff, almost 17 to 18,000 are the conservancy staff involved in solid waste management. This is the organization of corporation. It's headed by a senior officer, principal secretary cadre. And at the head office, we have 4 joint or deputy commissioners looking into either works, revenue and finance, education and health. As I told you, in 2011, when Chennai Corporation was expanded, 3 regions have been formed, north, south and central. Each is headed by a regional deputy commissioner who is always an IAS cadre officer. Below every regional officer, we have the 5 zones headed by an assistant commissioner rank officer. So our organization is quite strong since a long time. The major functional scope of a corporation, like revenue collections, which is like any local body, this is the major function. Apart from that, as I told you, the solid waste management, It's a prime responsibility of any city in any country or anywhere in this place. Public grievance redressal, that's one function where we have taken a lot of initiatives. We are striving continuously to better that. Roads, bridges, stormwater drains, parks, play fields, street lights, education and health. Actually, Chennai Corporation runs around 200 to 300 schools, and it's quite run well. It's run quite very well. All students are taken care of. Every initiative, every possible facility is provided to them. In health also, we are quite monitoring better. Our dengue, other cases of dengue, mosquito vector ratio, vector density has come down. Dengue has come down. Okay, towards smart city, what are the initiatives we have taken? So, like smart city, it's a theoretical model provided by Mr. Boyd Cohen, where it involves smart economy, smart governance, people, living, and mobility and environment. Like we are slowly progressing towards introducing and mastering every point of this wheel. Like we are online services, infrastructure, governance. We are now putting all our tenders, all our work orders, everything online for public viewing. Every work which is done by Chennai Corporation is put up on our website, calling for opinion by the public. So we are trying to be more open. Rather, recently we have introduced we have an online building plan approval system. Recently a decision was taken that every building plan would be given to its neighbor on both sides, so that they can have that copy, and if there is any violation of plan, they can immediately inform us and we can take necessary regulative action. Similarly, like health, safety, everything, we are putting a lot of efforts to improve everything. This is a maturity, like how do we start and how do we move from towards a smart city. Initially it was ad hoc in the sense as required on that moment. Every department of a corporation would do on its own. Like there was no integration of different departments. Everybody used to, when necessary, they used to call for a service provider, develop an application which used to run parallelly. Then opportunistic in the sense some study used to be done. What is our requirement? Based on that study, we used to discuss with all departments together. Then an online services would be developed. Based on that experience, the repeatable stage would come, wherein after learning experiences from different initiatives, if we fail or if there are some success points, we get that, we consolidate that and move towards managed. Probably we are in the stage of managed smart cities status now, where we are there are formal systems set in for most of the services provided. Technology is almost standard. I mean, maybe some little improvement may be there, but there is standard technology for most of the things. Only in few where it's like solid waste management, there's always a debate whether we need to go for capping or burning, or underground completely burying it. Source segregation is the primary part, but apart from that there are many other things. So there is always a debate, and success in different cities of this country is quite varied. And then is the optimized system. Like see, optimized system is where everybody does what he has to do. Everybody will know, like in the moment they go to the office, what is my role today? What are the topics I have to do? What are the issues I have to look into? We have to move to such a system. Currently most cities, most government departments do firefighting. In the sense that they go to office, some issue comes up, everybody will be running around throughout the day. Then they'll complete, they'll go home. There is no organ in the sense when an assistant commissioner, in Bangalore also there are these zones, Yelahanka, every zones are there. See, for example, everybody, they'll not know what to do. Some court will order, you do this. So almost entire machinery will be put on that. They'll lose 15 days, 1 month on that. By that time, the other regular routine work will suffer. So everywhere garbage will be there, plan approvals will be suffering. Citizens keep complaining that everywhere there are potholes. Only when again some potholes will be reported in newspaper, people will run there. All the officials will be diverted. Okay, patch all the potholes. So there is no systematic functioning in governance. We need to move to such a system where when the moment there is a pothole after a rains, there must be a monitoring system where it reflects on our dashboard. There will be a some wing which immediately attends to it the next day itself. We need not appear in the media, in the newspaper, somebody blaming the corporations, the local bodies, and then we work on that. For example, some death happened because of some open drain. There must be a system where an official or that designated assistant engineer has a diary. He goes, inspects, which like either a citizen also can say, this is an open drain which is left open for a long time. He can send an SMS, he can send a photo. Such integrated system is lacking in our local body or municipal administrations. We need to move to such a system where the dashboard, the moment will show what we need to be done every day. That is where we are, we need to strive, and Corporation of Chennai is always moving ahead in those directions. See, our achievements, as I told you, since a long time, Corporation has introduced a lot of e-governance initiatives. Initially in 1992 itself, this offline financial vouchers was introduced based on chart of account. In 2004, our online birth and death registration was introduced. See, online birth and death registration application of Chennai is very well functioning. Anywhere in this world, people can just log in with his birth date and take a printout of that. See, now what happens, you have to go to the corporation office to get a birth certificate. You'll have to wait, you'll have a lot of, again, these hurdles will be there, you may have to bribe somebody. Whereas with our online birth and death registration application, anywhere in this country, anywhere in this world, you can just enter your date of birth, and you can take a printout of your birth certificate, of your death certificate. If somebody from your home. Such is the system of online birth and death registration. Then in the year 2007, like when we decided to have an integrated e-governance application, ERP, like 2008, the e-governance foundation came into picture. It was a comprehensive 13 modules which was selected initially. Now we have expanded to almost 18 modules. Like one of the major is the property tax. See, perhaps I don't know if I had internet connectivity, I would have shown you an article. In Bangalore, 2 days ago, an article appeared in Bangalore Mirror that farmer infosians to help BBMP plug its property tax loopholes. See, the demand or the potential for Bangalore Corporation is around 3,000 crores. But every year it's collecting only around 1,300 crores. So, so much, 700 crores to 1,500 crores is going down the drain. It's because of the, a lot of loopholes are there, a lot of issues will be there. So, in our application 2008, we started working on the property tax module. All our 11.5 lakh assessees have been entered into our database. At the end of every financial year, we can know who has paid, who has not paid, generate a demand, and issue notices to them. Simultaneously, we can take necessary action also. We can distinct actions can be taken up. We know how many commercial properties are there in Chennai Corporation limits, how many residential properties are there, how many mixed in the sense one part of their house would be used for commercial purpose. Such is our property tax module. No, we are still working on that. We are working on automatically it should generate SMS to the individual. 11.5 lakh, the system has to segregate at the end of every half year. It has to generate automatic SMSs. It has to pop up this many have not paid. So it should, or it can give the list of the topmost 10 defaulters. Immediately we can take a distinct action against them. We are moving towards that. One most efficiently working online application for Chennai Corporation is the works management module. Works management module imply that an estimate is generated online, and from the preparation of an estimate till payment to a contractor, it moves through the ERP, online application module. Estimate generation, monitoring, in the sense once it is entered, then the progress work order will be given. Work order, we can know the status of the road, what is how much percentage of that road has been completed. Once completed, MBOok will be, MBOok means measurement books, details will be entered. Then after that, the file will come for payment. See, in perhaps in the governments, most of you, if you are aware of how a government functions, These contractor payments is always, it's a most controversial issue. They have to push the file from every level, from a junior assistant to assistant to a superintendent to the next highest authority. Till it reaches the highest authority, it has to be pushed by some force called money. Otherwise, it will never happen. So what we did, like the only thing to prevent everything, such irregularities, we need to cut that interface between a contractor or public with the governance. Automatically it should happen. So what we did, we took the contractor details, his bank accounts, RTGS numbers, bank numbers were entered. So as now, once a bill has been passed by our financial wing, and through RTGS it goes to his the contractor's account. We are trying to minimize interface between a contractor with the government officials, because that is where corruption comes in. Our works module is working almost very good. Apart from that, the public grievance module, the public grievance redressal module, we call the PGR. That is one application which we introduced in 2000 and it's quite running well. We have a toll-free number 1913, where once you log in, once you call that number and lodge a complaint, it automatically gets recorded in our application. And an SMS goes to the concerned complainant that your complaint has been registered with so and so number. And similarly to our official. So our official has to take necessary action and update it. If it is not updated, we have a system of escalation. We have a chart where for every function which has to be corrected within these days. Some may say like garbage has not been cleared for past 3 days. It should take less than 1 day or 2 days. If it is not done, it moves to the next immediate higher authority. Even if it is not done at that level, it moves to the highest authority. And at every level, SMSB is generated to the complainant. It's not that like it happens automatically. We review it. At the highest authority, it is being reviewed, like how many complaints are there. What are the various categories of complaints, at which level complaints are pending, and we keep responding. We are, it's one application which has brought good name to corporation also. Then later on in the year 2012, our financial accounting module was upgraded to the NAM, that's a National Municipal Accounting Manual. There are a lot of charts of accounts, almost 300-400 charts of accounts are there. Everything was computerized, everything was updated, and we have a well-functioning municipal accounting manual. And similarly, a lot of several applications, building plan approval, mobile-based engineer's diary, pension management, payroll, and even our street light management system, it is being introduced. Our bill payments will happen through online. So the financial, how it affects the administration is the revenue side is integrated with the expenditure. Expenditure is integrated with the administrative efficiency, and then the last part is the citizen conveniences. Civic services, how it is responded. See, perhaps you don't know that road cut permission is one very controversial issue. Once one constructs a house to go for a road cut, either for water connection or a sewage connection, it's a very, very controversial issue. We are trying to make it online, where once an individual constructs a house and submits an application to water supply board, the citizen should not have any interface with the official. That is our primary objective. The water board has to send its application to corporation. We will pay the necessary charges. Once charges are paid, they have to go ahead do the connection. That is what we are striving, and that's being introduced now. What is the technology we are using? It's the open source. We're relying on open source software only. We have an integrated website, web portal, where all our applications are hosted. Everybody can log into that, and for almost all services, this website is sufficient. All modes of collections like ATM, banks, online manual counters are available. We have generated an online service request. Any petition, given to the corporation should be recorded in an application. So an acknowledgement will be generated and it should be followed henceforth. We also introduced, as I told you, engineer's diary, which is an important step in improving the administration. So these are the applications which are very efficiently being introduced. Property tax, one is the trade license, user fees. With respect to asset management is a major role of any municipal body. Then is the inventory, that is the stores, pension, works management. Employee management is recording every service register. Once he gets promoted, once he gets transferred, everything needs to be recorded. Then the file management, legal cases. We don't monitor our legal case. That's the biggest default of any local body or government. Then is the citizen services. Like what are the success which have helped Chennai Corporation through these applications? Once, as I told you, in 2011 we expanded. So our customization could help us in merging all the database within 45 days. As I mentioned, payment through RTGS, budget control through our National Municipal Accounting Manual. We weekly review 1,500 crore worth works are going on. Every work can be recorded and monitored by the centralized application. End-to-end building plan approval, financial concurrence. And if you calculate what is the benefits arising out of e-governance applications, this is the impact. See, for example, earlier to prepare an estimate, it used to take 2 days. Now it can be done 2 hours through the online system. Similarly, payment of bills, it used to take months together. Now it will happen through RTGS within 3-4 days once the work is completed. Similarly, everything, almost all manpower which was used for hours together has been reduced to minutes. This improves the efficiency of administration, reduces the work burden of lower level officials, because they are those who have to put up papers for everything. That reduces their work burden. This is the experience of what is how planning, initial planning. The investments has come from several funding sources. We have a dedicated IT team which is being monitored from the Deputy Commissioner level officers and Joint Commissioner level officers. And I would like to, what further we are thinking, we are, as I initially told you, the open data portal. This is what we are aiming at. Every officer should know what is his role the morning he comes to the office. He has to do that specific roles, so that nobody should be burdened more than his allotted responsibilities. Then we are trying to integrate different service departments, which is lacking in governance. One more major thing what a local body or a municipal corporation needs to do is asset management, rather than once a road is laid, what would be its course of life, why it gets damaged very earlier. We need to think in these lines, and we have to work on that. As I told you, e-governance is one part of smart city. Apart from that, we are to promote smart city in all aspects. We are working on providing pedestrian friendly footpaths, roads, sustainable garbage management. Is a lot of stress is being given by corporation. Then integrated disease tracking. Every dengue case which registered in anywhere in Chennai city, in any private hospital, we try to track that. We go to that neighborhood, see whether there is a vector the prevalence is quite high. We take necessary measures. Similarly, street lights. Corporation has introduced LED street lights throughout the city. We are introducing a system where it is being monitored centrally. Every street lamp should be monitored. Every street light should be monitored. We are introducing that. Then our parks and tree management. A survey is going on to capture all these trees in the tree survey is being done. So the life of a tree, what is its life of a tree, how is it improving, or it is getting affected, everything will be done through this tree management, which we are working on. Similarly, waste to energy, that's our long-term goal which we are working on. Thank you.
Actually, I think I would want to move to Chennai after looking through this. I'm sure there are some questions here. Before you take your seat or anything, I just want to make sure that we have an opportunity to ask any questions about all the initiatives in Chennai that have been done or are on the plan. So if there are any questions, I think we'd be happy to spend some time to take them.
How do you put plans to the neighbors? Is it on the website?
No, we send a hard copy itself. No, that is that the proprietary rights of architecture is coming. So this was debated. So this is to prevent violations only. No, see, our prime purpose is, as you know, 90% of the buildings have plan violations, and it ends up in legal cases. So we need to prevent encroachments, to prevent violations. No, that depends on the regular inspection. No, see, to clarify this issue of sending a building plan, this was debated during the current budget. In the sense, year 2014-15, this was decided, and now only we have introduced this. And once we are calling for public objections on that. If we see that there are a lot of objections, if we are violating any legal premise, we would go back on that. But this is to prevent, every urban body is suffering with encroachments, with building plan violations, setback violations, encroachment on the road. There is no setback violations. The space for open space is being affected. There may be an OSR space which is being encroached upon. So it's most of the time, the government's government functioning is not so strong enough to, after construction has happened, to go and demolish it. They'll go for regularization. You can see that Mumbai case, that some case with the government Supreme Court gave an order, they have to vacate and it has to be demolished. Still not happening. Now Supreme Court has told the new government can take a call on that. 99% of that time it will be regularized. Even in Delhi there was a case. In a residential area, most of 99% they had put up commercial establishments. I don't know the name of that area. That was a hue and cry, like government, Supreme Court initially ordered you have to clear everything. So there was the Delhi Municipal Corporation took steps for that. There was huge violence. Then again they decided to regularize that. They include a clause in their act itself, Town and Country Planning Act, to regularize it. So to prevent that, we want citizens to be aware of any violations. As you say, the issue of privacy may be there. That, you told regarding that's architecture proprietary rights. That's IPR. They had quoted IPR, intellectual property rights, and it means it was not necessary or not essential to give everybody. That was what Supreme Court had told. But our goal is not that. We are not giving an entire plan. We are giving what setbacks he has to live. What setbacks he has to live, what is his land area, what is the square feet he is allowed to construct. These details are given to any public.
Okay, so I think I think this debate will not finish here. If there are any other questions, we can take them, or yeah, okay. Well, we'll take one more question.
What percentage of the corporation's budget is earmarked for IT and e-governance projects?
Probably 2%. 1 to 2%.
The IBM person wanted 4%, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, free of cost. See, Chennai Corporation gives everything free of cost. The communities we run community halls. That is also we are trying to give free of cost, minimal charges.
Okay, I think we have
birth and death. It can be downloadable free of cost. You enter your date of birth, you can take a printout of it.
In interest of time, we have to stop. This is very interesting, and this is, truly, I'll just say this is amazing in context of all the other cities that we've talked about. So, thank you, Vinay, for
thank you very much
for a riveting presentation. And we have a. Can you please take it offline?